Welcome to the USQ's Advanced Tips and Tricks video for snitches, the third and final video in this series. This video is meant to help Tier 2 and higher snitches tighten up the physical elements of their game and shift their attention to the mental aspects of snitching. Today, we will be covering tips and tricks on positioning and awareness, seeker engagement, and technical knowledge. Let's start with your awareness. Remain aware of bludger locations. Keeping track of what beaters are coming to help can save you a lot of time and energy. For example, if a beater from Team A is coming over to beat Team B's seeker, instead of trying to run away from B Team's seeker, you can save your energy by holding them in place while the beater comes and beats them. As a snitch, you are an official on the game. If you see a beat on a seeker, you do have the authority to call that player beat. As an LAR, it can be hard to catch everything, so having a confident snitch to help make those calls will help improve your game and your awareness. You also have the authority to make impediment calls. Make sure you are vocal and clear, both with the LAR and the seekers. Let's take that a step further and think about how you can safely use other players as screens. If you see a turnover, and they are about to start a fast break, and you are confident you can cross the field without impeding the ball carriers, then do so. The seekers will have to run through the players in the fast break. If a seeker runs into another player, the seeker is at a lower priority, is at fault, and can receive a card. If they do not run into another player, they will likely need to wait for the action to pass before advancing, giving you some time to breathe. Another thing to build off from the intermediate video is as both seekers approach you, make one work hard to get around the other and in an advantageous position. Use footwork to align the seekers so that one is behind the other instead of both being side by side. Weather and time of day are important factors to consider when released. If the sun is low on the horizon behind the benches, you can stand closer to the benches so that the seekers have to look into the sun when advancing. Rain and snow also affects positioning. If there is a huge mud pit in one spot, stay away from it so you are not disadvantaged. Finally, if there is a stoppage in play, feel free to entertain the crowd. Not only will this help keep you calm and engaged in the game, but it also improves your chances of receiving future games. Prioritize your snitching over entertainment, but don't forget that spectators look to you as a main source of excitement. At this point in your career, you should know your body and your strengths and how to use them to your advantage. One example of a strength is pulling brooms, a medium risk, high reward tactic that looks cool but isn't perfect for every situation. Pulling a broom usually means pulling a seeker in closer, and if you are not quick or strong enough to dispel the seeker, then this might not be the move for you. If you want to do this, pay attention to seekers that straddle their brooms in the middle, leaving a broom end exposed. In addition to pulling, you can also smack down the broom end with force. This is a great way to put the seeker on the defensive, send them back to hoops, and create spacing. In addition to pulling brooms, find other ways to safely frustrate the seekers. Take them out of the rhythm, grabbing their wrists, disengaging and backing away, changing up your styles, going on the offensive, or other like styles. A frustrated seeker is a seeker who will make mistakes. Most seekers have patterns and tempos, and if you throw them off, they can have a hard go at catching you. Knowing your strengths should also mean you know your seeker's strengths. Research your seekers ahead of time and focus on taking away their number one move. If you know a seeker has a really strong rightward dive, you should actively be taking that away from them and make them catch you in a different way. Also work on taking away your weaknesses. For example, if your weakness is your endurance, improve your stamina to escape some engagements and use strength and technical knowledge to fend off the rest. Take deep breaths and conserve energy. When you are engaging a seeker, take care to avoid fully wrapping and holding them. It actually gives an advantage to the wrapped seeker by bringing them closer with minimal gain. It also distracts you from the other seeker. Instead, control their arms, and push them away while you turn them. As the game goes on, you will naturally start to tire and lose some of your form and positioning. It is imperative that as snitches, we continue to monitor our form and positioning throughout the game to make adjustments so our skill is never wavering. Some quick checks that you can ask yourself include: are your hips moving forward? Are you standing more upright than you were before? Are you at your home base? At this point, you need to fine-tune your consistency. You can improve your mental and physical consistency by building off a tip we shared in the beginner's video. Stretch before practices and games. This will prevent your muscles from cramping. Practice yoga for de-stressing and also improve your reach and your reflexes. Try out martial arts, boxing, or wrestling in your spare time to practice your hand-to-hand contact skills. We'll leave you with a final reminder that holds true at all levels of snitch to seeker interaction. Never let the gender, size, appearance, or team that the seeker belongs to dictate how you make calls against them. Any adjustments in style you make should be purely strategic, never demeaning or assumptuous. As always, treat your seekers, your officials, and the spectators with respect. You hold the high honor of being a certified snitch that represents the Snitch team, USQ, and snitches across the world. As always, avoid capture humbly, get caught gracefully. Thank you for watching the advanced video on snitching tips and tricks. Find the links to our other videos in the description below. Like, comment, and subscribe. Have fun and good luck.